Today on The Boot Guy, we're talking about the DieHard 84994 wedge sole 6-inch. So the DieHard SureTrack 6-inch. For a lot of us, the DieHard boot was probably our first work boot. When we first broke into the trade, 16, 17 years old, summer job, Mom took us to Sears to buy us a pair of DieHard boots. Now going back that long ago, DieHard boots were actually an okay boot, but like most things, as time progressed, production has gotten cheap, and this is where we end up today. So to point out some of the finer parts about the DieHard, the dual density sole has a harder material on the bottom. Unlike most wedge soles where they use the exact same long-wearing crepe material for the sole, DieHard, they put a second layer on. This second layer, I hate to say it, to the hand, actually feels like plastic. It doesn't feel like a polyurethane. It really feels like a plastic. And I understand one thing about this is that it's coated. So there's a clear coat to keep it looking clean, because these boots are manufactured probably a year and a half, 2 years into the future for sale. The leather that DieHard uses, well, I really questioned whether or not it was leather when I first picked a pair of these up, because it really does look like a 1970s vinyl jacket. But it is leather. You just really have to dig deep into it and start. Now, is it a great leather? Well, no, it's not a great leather. But we're not talking about a $200 boot here. We're talking about a boot that I picked up on sale for $85, $92 in tax or something. And for what it is, if this is your first work boot, if you're just breaking into the trades, this is not a bad boot to be picking up. It truly isn't. I mean, this is going to get you through the summer. This is going to get you through about 9 months before you're going to look to replace it. Inside the DieHard, there's not much to talk about. It's a glued down leather insole that's not very comfortable. It truly is 1980s technology built into the footbed of this boot. Inside it, they line it with what appears to be a leather material. Like I said, when I first touched it, I really hesitated on thinking that this is leather. Though I can see a little pebbling, I've seen some really good vinyls out there that can look and feel just like leather. So the problem there is if they've lined the boot with a vinyl, since vinyl really is plastic, it's not going to breathe. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very sweaty. It's going to be very smelly by the time you're taking this thing off after a 12-hour day. The welt is a full plastic welt all the way around. Your typical Goodyear welt. Eyelids all the way to the top. Laces, your typical brown Taslon, inexpensive laces. Nothing crazy, nothing great. I think the main saving point on this DieHard for you guys is the price and accessibility. Remember, unlike most of the boots that I review, you really got to search them out in order to find them. I mean, not everybody has a great boot store in their local area. You got to go online, you got to drive 20, 30 miles in order to get to a place where a guy feels he can stock some of the better brands. Sears DieHards, on the other hand, I think there's a Sears in every single major city and 2 or 3 in the outlying suburbs. So you're going to be able to pick a pair of these up pretty much anywhere you live in the United States. So once you wear your first pair of these, you're probably going to graduate when you go to your second pair. There really is nothing here that's going to keep you loyal to this shoe, unless price is your major deciding factor on your work boots. And you got to remember, your work boots are probably the most important thing that you're going to put on throughout the day. You make your money on your feet. You got to stand up. So why not have something really comfortable? Now, you might find this boot to be extremely comfortable for a certain period of time. But remember, there are other shoes out there. When you extend that period of time to the 6 and 9 month realm, for an extra 45, 50 bucks, you're going to get yourself a more comfortable boot. So that's the DieHard SureTrack 6-inch wedge sole mock toe boot. If you're a DieHard guy, and I don't mean that you're a DieHard guy from watching all the films, I mean if you're wearing DieHard boots, please comment below. Let guys know your story about this boot. How many pairs did you wear before you graduated into something different? And what was your next boot after the DieHard? Please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about anything from DieHard, just drop me an email. We can talk about it. If you're wondering what your next boot should be as you graduate out of DieHard, please send me an email. I can put together a really nice list that's gonna keep you in the same type of boot, but you're gonna get a better quality, a better fit, and it's gonna be a lot more comfortable in the long run. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks for watching.